Evening, everybody. It's 5:21, and it's Monday afternoon, and this is your closing comment. It is video number 1438, and the chart on the screen is the bonds. And the reason that it's there is because this has more to do with everything that happened today than any other chart that I can find. Bonds were down almost 2.5 points. They closed just off that low, bottom of the channel that I drew a month ago, almost 2 months ago. And this is what drove the dollar higher interest rates, dollar higher, traded as high as 110.55, closed 110.20, up 70 cents, so roughly 0.6%. It didn't really bother the energies, although they were down all by themselves. Over the weekend and last night, the oil was trading as high as 90.5, and it finished today 86.88, and that was up 1 penny. But the gold also broke back to the downside. It was up $15 overnight and into this morning, and it finished down almost $10. Bitcoin down 1,140, while Ethereum was actually up a couple of cents on the day. It was a tough day all around. Nat gas broke to the downside, breaking $9 on Friday and closing today at $8.14, down 64. What was impressive to me, though, was the way that the S&P held in here, even in the face of all this. I want to show you the daily S&P chart. It was down today, not really down very much, down about $16 or 0.41%. But this should be a really big area of support. As you can see, we did make a new low off Thursday's low, but we closed, still down about 3/4 on the range and down 14, but not really terribly bad action, considering that the Dow was up 145 this morning and then down a couple of hundred, and then finished about 2/3 down on the range, minus 173.14. Of the stocks that I mentioned this morning, CVS, which was up about $1.50 on the news that it was buying Signify at 30.5, was up $1.50. It finished down 71 cents, so about a 2.25 move back to the downside from this morning's numbers. Signify was actually 29.10, only up 33 cents on the announcement. Of course, that includes the fact that it came up from 16.80 to a high of 29.88 before the announcement. So that's why we have that. ISEE, that's Invernex. I mentioned that this morning. Great trial for one of their drugs and an NDA going in. This morning it was trading at 12.55, which was up 3.11. It actually added to that and closed at 15.70, up 6.26, so just about double where it was this morning. It was up 66% on the day. Bed Bath & Beyond this morning was 7.28. It got back below 7, but managed to get back to 7.04. That was down $1.59 or 18.5%. And former President Trump's SPAC, DWAC, managed to climb back slightly. This morning it was down about 565 or 23% down at 1935. It did manage to get back from 1970 low in the regular session to close 22.13. That was still down $2.86 or 11.4%. So we'll have to see how this breaks out for tomorrow, but volume was slightly lower than it was on Thursday and Friday, and market internals were roughly 2-1 to the downside. Have a good evening. I'll be back first thing in the morning. We have mortgage apps, I think, and trade balances in the morning, and I think the Fed's beige book at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Have a good